Hey, Vikings faithful. Skol Nation, rise up. It's time to talk about the future of our Minnesota Vikings. And oh boy, do we have some massive news to unpack. Picture this. It's April 3rd, 2025, and the purple and gold are making waves that could shake the NFL. Our second-year QB, J.J. McCarthy, is stepping into the spotlight, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Our entire future might just rest on his 22-year-old shoulders. Ready for the teaser that'll blow your mind? Here's the hook. The Vikings have rolled the dice, betting big on McCarthy as our franchise quarterback, passing up a legend like Aaron Rodgers, at least for now. But hold up, this kid's coming off not one, but two knee surgeries after a brutal preseason injury in August 2024 wiped out his rookie year. So what's the latest? General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah just dropped a bombshell update that's got every Vikings fan buzzing with hope and a little bit of nervous energy. Let's dive into this wild ride together. Stick with me because this is Vikings news at its finest. We're breaking down every twist and turn of McCarthy's journey, from the operating table to the practice field. Are you as pumped as I am to see what this kid can do? Drop a skull in the comments if you're ready to see JJ take the reins, and let's get into it. Alright, let's set the stage. Last summer, JJ McCarthy was the shiny new toy for us Vikings fans. Drafted 10th overall in 2024, this kid was supposed to light up US Bank Stadium with his cannon arm and Michigan swagger. But then, bam, August 2024 hits, and a torn meniscus in his right knee during preseason turns our dreams into a nightmare. 2 surgeries later, and his rookie season's gone before it even started. Fast forward to now, April 2025, and the vibes are shifting. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah sat down with NFL Network's Tom Pelissero on April 2nd, and what he said has me jumping out of my seat. We're excited about J.J. McCarthy, Kwesi declared, and you can feel the confidence dripping from those words. He's not just talking hype. This is about a kid who's been grinding through rehab like a warrior, and it's paying off big time. Here's where it gets juicy. Kwesi said JJ's exceeded every checkpoint in his recovery. Every throwing session, every workout, this 22-year-old is showing the kind of detail and process-driven focus that screams future star. Vikings fans, can you feel it? That purple fire is burning again. What do you think? Can JJ be the guy to lead us to the promised land? Let me know below. Now, let's talk about the gamble because this is no small bet. The Vikings aren't just tossing McCarthy into the mix for a season. They're hitching their long-term wagon to a guy who hasn't thrown a single regular season pass yet. At 22, he's young, untested, and coming off a major injury. That's the kind of move that either makes you a genius or leaves you scratching your head in a few years. But here's why I'm all in. Kwesi's update wasn't just coach speak. He's been in a great spot, he said, and that's not fluff. That's a GM who's watched JJ crush it behind the scenes. Every time this kid picks up a football, he's proving he's got the grit and the talent to handle the pressure of leading the Vikings. It's like watching a rookie Viking warrior sharpen his axe before battle. Chills, right? So what's the suspense here? We're still holding our breath to see if JJ can stay healthy and translate this rehab hype into on-field magic. The clock's ticking toward training camp, and every Vikings fan is dying to know. Will he be ready to sling it when the lights come on? Hit me with your predictions in the comments. I'm dying to hear what you think. Let's rewind for a sec. Remember when Aaron Rodgers was in the mix? Yeah, the 4-time MVP was floating around as a possible Vikings savior this offseason. Imagine that. Rodgers in purple torching the Packers twice a year. It was the ultimate revenge fantasy for us fans. And Minnesota even had talks with him after he got cut loose by the Jets in 2024. But here's the twist. Kwesi and the Vikings said, "Nah, we're good." They've put their chips on J.J. McCarthy instead, clearing the path for him to claim that QB1 spot. It's a bold move, passing on a legend for a kid who's still proving himself, and it's got me torn. Part of me wanted Rodgers' veteran swagger, but the other part, it's screaming, let's build something new with JJ. The suspense is killing me. What if Rodgers signs somewhere else, like Pittsburgh, and we're left wondering what if? Or what if JJ steps up and makes us forget Rodgers ever existed? Vikings faithful, where do you stand on this? Drop your hot takes below, because this debate's heating up. Okay, Let's zoom in on Kwesi's words because this is where the hope really kicks in. Every checkpoint he's exceeded, he told Pelissero, and I'm over here picturing JJ crushing throwing drills like it's nothing. This isn't just some guy hobbling back from injury. This is a quarterback who's obsessed with the process, down to the tiniest details. That's the kind of leader we need in Minnesota. Kwesi didn't stop there. He called JJ detailed and process-oriented, which is music to my ears. Think about it. A 22-year-old who's already got the work ethic of a vet? That's the stuff Super Bowl dreams are made of. I can already see him dissecting defenses with that laser focus, and it's got me hyped beyond belief. But here's the cliffhanger. We haven't seen him in live action yet. All this talk is great, but can he bring it when the pads are on and the crowd's roaring? That's the million-dollar question, Vikings fans. What's your gut telling you? Will JJ be a stud or a work in progress? Let's hear it. Now, let's talk about the QB room because it's looking a little thin right now. As of early April 2025, the only other quarterback on the roster is Brett Rippon. No shade to Brett, but he's not exactly striking fear into NFC North defenses. Kwesi knows this, and he's already hinted at adding more depth to back up JJ. Here's where it gets interesting. The Vikings have been chatting with Ryan Tannehill about a backup gig. Yeah, the former Titans starter with over 34,000 career passing yards could be suiting up in purple. They've also been linked to vets like Joe Flacco and Carson Wentz. Any of those names get your blood pumping, Vikings fans? I'm torn between wanting a grizzled vet and trusting JJ to carry the load. The suspense is real. Who's gonna be QB2? A savvy veteran could give us insurance if JJ stumbles, but it also raises the stakes. Will they push him too hard, too fast? What's your dream backup plan? Hit the comments and let's brainstorm this together. Let's paint a picture. August 2024, preseason. JJ McCarthy's out there, slinging it against the Raiders, looking like the future. Then, disaster strikes. A torn meniscus in his right knee. 2 surgeries later, and Vikings fans are left holding our breath, wondering if this kid's career is doomed before it starts. It was a gut punch, no doubt about it. But fast forward to now, and the narrative's flipping. Kwesi's glowing update on April 2nd has me believing JJ's turned that setback into a comeback. Every throwing session, every workout, Kwesi said, he's not just recovering, he's thriving. That's the kind of resilience that makes me proud to be a Vikings fan. Here's the hook keeping us on edge. How will that knee hold up under real pressure? Rehab's one thing, but dodging 300-pound linemen is another. Can JJ stay upright and deliver? Vikings Nation, what's your confidence level? Give me a 1 to 10 in the comments. Alright, let's get nerdy with some stats because this is Vikings news done right. JJ was the number 10 pick in the 2024 draft. First QB Minnesota's ever taken that high in the modern era. At Michigan, he went 27-1 as a starter, tossing 49 touchdowns and just 11 picks. That's the pedigree we're banking on, and it's why Kwesi's so fired up about him. Now, compare that to the injury. A torn meniscus isn't a death sentence, but it's no picnic either. He's the first-round QB in the modern era to miss his entire rookie year due to injury, per ESPN. That's a wild stat, and it makes his recovery even more epic. Kwesi's exceeded every checkpoint line tells me JJ's defying the odds. So what's next? We're waiting to see those college numbers translate to the NFL. Will he be a 3,000-yard, 20 TD guy in year 2? That's the suspense driving us nuts. Drop your stat predictions below, because I'm dying to see what you think. Let's talk vibes. JJ McCarthy's not just a player, he's a spark. Kwesi called him detailed and process-oriented. And that's the kind of energy that could light up our locker room. Imagine him rallying the troops, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and that beefed-up O-line we've built for 2025. This kid could be the glue, Vikings fans. But here's the flip side. He's 22, untested, and coming off a major injury. That's a lot of ifs for a team that's desperate to break our playoff curse. Kwesi's betting on potential over proven talent like Rodgers. And it's a move that's got me equal parts excited and terrified. What's your vibe check? Optimistic or cautious? The suspense is building. Can JJ channel that college magic into NFL glory? We're months away from finding out, but the hype train's rolling. Tell me, Skull Nation, are you buying the JJ hype or holding your breath? Let's get that convo going. Okay, let's dream big for a sec. Picture JJ McCarthy stepping onto the field Week 1, 2025. US Bank Stadium roaring, purple smoke everywhere, and this kid's slinging dimes. Kwesi's vision is clear, JJ's the guy, and the Vikings are building around him. That's the fairy tale we're all chasing after years of QB heartbreak. But reality's knocking. Kwesi's also said they're still looking to fill out the QB room. That means competition's coming, whether it's Tannehill, Flacco, or someone else. The smart insurance, but it also keeps us guessing. How much rope will JJ get if he stumbles? That's the tension keeping this story alive. What's your dream scenario, Vikings fans? JJ as the undisputed QB1, or a vet pushing him to greatness? Drop your fantasy depth chart in the comments. I'm all ears for your wildest takes. Let's flip the script. What if this goes sideways? JJ's young and that knee's been through the ringer. If he's not ready, or if he flops under pressure, the Vikings could be staring down another lost season. Kwesi's exceeded every checkpoint sounds great, but the NFL's a different beast. Ask any fan who's lived through our QB carousel. Here's the scary part. Passing on Rodgers might haunt us. If JJ can't deliver and Aaron's lighting it up somewhere else, we'll be kicking ourselves. The suspense is real. Every Vikings fan knows that sinking feeling when a plan falls apart. Are you worried about a worst-case scenario? Or is your faith in JJ unshakable? Tell me, Skull Nation, what's your biggest fear heading into 2025? Let's face it together in the comments, because this roller coaster's just getting started. Now, let's circle back to the vets. Ryan Tannehill's name keeps popping up, 11 years in the league, 81-70 as a starter, and a cool 34,881 passing yards. That's a guy who's been there, done that, and could steady the ship if JJ needs time. Joe Flacco and Carson Wentz are in the mix too, both former starters with big game experience. Vikings news doesn't get juicier than this. Kwesi's playing chess, not checkers. He wants depth and he's not rushing it. With the draft coming April 24th to 26th, they might wait until after to sign a free agent, preserving those sweet 2026 comp picks. It's a slow burn that's got me antsy. Who do you want backing up JJ, or maybe even pushing him for the job? The suspense is electric. Will we land a big name, or roll with a sleeper? Hit me with your pick for QB2. I'm dying to see who you're rooting for. Let's talk legacy. JJ McCarthy's got a chance to be the guy for the Vikings. We've been searching for a franchise QB since Fran Tarkenton, and every miss, Ponder, Bridgewater, Cousins has left a scar. Kwesi's we're excited about everything he's done. Line feels like a promise. This kid could end the drought and bring us that elusive Super Bowl. But it's not just about JJ. It's about us, the fans. We've stuck through the heartbreak, the 0-4 Super Bowl record, the missed kicks. If JJ pans out, he's not just a quarterback, he's our redemption story. That's the emotional hook that's got me tearing up just thinking about it. Where do you see JJ in Vikings history if he delivers? Hall of Famer? Super Bowl champ? Drop your wildest dreams below. Let's manifest this together, Skull Nation. Alright, let's bring it home, April 2025, and the Vikings are at a crossroads. JJ McCarthy's the centerpiece, and Kwesi's update has us believing again. From the ashes of that 2024 injury, this kid's rising like a phoenix, and I'm all in on the hype. Training camp's looming, and every snap's gonna tell us if he's the real deal. The QB room's still a puzzle, Rippon's there, Tannehill's a maybe, and the draft's a wild card. That uncertainty's what makes this Vikings news so gripping. We're on the edge of something huge, and it's up to JJ to seize it. Are you feeling the same rush I am, Vikings fans? What's your final take? JJ as QB1, or more twists to come? Let's keep this fire alive in the comments. I need your energy, Skull Nation. Here's the big finish, Vikings faithful. We're staring down a season that could define the next decade. JJ McCarthy's our hope, our gamble, our future, and Kwesi's got the whole fan base dreaming big. From rehab hero to QB1, this kid's story is pure Vikings grit, and I'm screaming, Skull! From the rooftops, the road ahead's got drama, Will the knee hold? Will a vet steal the show? We won't know till the pads pop. But one thing's clear. This is our team, and we're in this together. So, what's your bold prediction for JJ in 2025? Drop it below, because I'm living for your passion. If you're as fired up as I am, smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more Vikings news. Let's blow this channel up and share the Skol love with every fan out there. Until next time, keep the faith, and let's ride this wave to glory.